Here's the answer to number 4 on page 82 in your review packet. This one is a challenge, so you might want to rewind this video a few times. A flower bed is 3 3/4 meters long and 2 meters wide. Uncle James wants to build a border around the flower bed. The width of the border is 1/2 meter. The cost of building the border is $20 per square meter. How much does Uncle James have to pay to have the border built? So I tried to recreate the flower bed and the border on my iPad here. And this here inside the green is the actual flower bed. And the flower bed itself is 3 3/4 meters long and 2 meters wide. So let's find the area of just this flower bed here. And area equals length times width. So let's take the length is 3 3/4 times the width is 2 meters to find out what the area of just this flower bed is. So we can't multiply a mixed number by a whole number, so I'm going to turn my mixed number into an improper fraction. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So 15/4 times the 2 meters. Can I cross simplify? Yes, I can. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 15 times 1 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2. So we're going to turn this back into a mixed number. So I'm going to put the 15 into the division hut. How many 2's are in 15? There are 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So the area of this flower bed is 7.5 meters squared, or you can say square meters. And really all that is saying that there are 7.5 square meters or meters squared. Okay, so that is the area of the flower bed. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to change colors and I'll use pink. We want to find out, okay, let's find out the area now, including what the border is going to be. This is going to be the border, so let's figure out the area of the whole entire bed, including the border. So you will have 3 3/4 meters plus the additional 1/2 meter extending out just a little bit further both ways. So you're going to have 3 3/4 meters, 3 3/4 meters plus the 1/2 meter plus 1/2 meter, which equals 1 whole meter. So that means this now is going to be a total of 4 3/4. Okay, and that includes the border. And then over here for the width, we have 2 meters. Plus, we have the 1/2 meter extra extending this way and a 1/2 meter extra extending this way. So 2 meters plus the 1/2 and 1/2, which is a whole. That's going to be 2 plus 1 is 3. So now the whole length, including the outside border and the flower bed here, is 3 meters this way. Now we're going to find out what is the area of this whole piece here. So that will be length times width, so we will do 4 3/4 times 3. So I cannot multiply a mixed number by a whole number, so I'm going to turn this into an improper fraction. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19, so it'll be 19/4 times 3. Can I cross simplify? No, I can't. So I'm going to multiply straight across. 19 times 3 is 57. You'll have to do that work on the side. And 4 times 1 is 4. Now I'm going to turn this into a mixed number. How many 4's are in 57? Well, how many 4's are in 5? 1. And bring down the 1 and the 7. How many 4's are in 17? 4 minus 16. So it's going to be 1 1/4 meters squared. So this whole flower bed, including the border, will end up being 14 1/4 meters square. Well, my next step is, I'm going to change the color again. Let's say I need to find out just what this border is. So I'm going to take away the inside flower bed, the square footage of or square meters of the inside flower bed. So I'm going to take the 14 and 1/4, which is the outside, the whole thing, minus just this inside part, 7 and 1/2 meters, and find out what the difference is, and that's going to give me this whole flower bed. But I'm going to run out of room to work here, so I'm going to have to erase my flower bed. Okay, might have to redraw it. Okay, so now let's see, do the math. 1/4 minus 1/2. Well, I'm going to have to find a common denominator, which is 4. 4 times what is 4? 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times what is 4? 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. So now I want to subtract 1/4 plus 1/4 minus 2/4. I can't do it. So I'm going to have to borrow. Do you remember when we borrowed before? Last unit? Alright, so I'm going to borrow a whole number from the 14. That becomes a 13, but I have to disguise it now as a fraction, that whole number. And to disguise it as a fraction, that whole number will be 4/4. So 1/4 plus 4/4 now is 5/4. So I just borrowed a whole number and put it over here as a fraction. Now I can do 5/4 minus 2/4. 5/4 minus 2/4 is 3/4. 13 take away 7 is 6. So if I were to draw my flower bed all over again, the border itself is 6 3/4 meters squared. But I'm not done yet. It costs $20 per square meter. So how much is this going to cost me for this border? Change colors again. Sorry, it looks like I'm all over the board here. So now I have 6 3/4 times the $20. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27/4 times the $20. Can I cross simplify? Yes. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 27 times 5 is 135. And 1 times 1 is 1. So he spent $135 just to put a border on his flower bed.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.